Let's not overcomplicate this. What just happened, they did not want to happen because somebody on their side said the part you're not supposed to say out loud anymore.
I would like to remind people, too, every single Democrat running for president and every single Democrat in the Senate said we can never allow them to acquire a nuclear weapon. And now if you want to talk about a war crime, you know, Iran is a 47-year-old war crime, what they continue to behave. So, you know, I, as a Democrat, I supported what President Trump did, you know, to actually call Iran accountable. And I think it's been successful. I would like.
This right here just broke the complete script of the Democrats. Same position, same logic, same goal. Only difference, who said it? That's it. So now the outrage sounds off. Because if it was right before, what made it wrong now? I think you already know the answer to that.
The Iranians are trying to put out disinformation already. And yesterday we reported on a 10-point plan, and I'm told by a U.S. official that that was actually an old plan that the Iranians put out because they wanted people to talk about it and try to put their perspective forward. And so we are correcting that today, and we spoke with U.S. officials yesterday who said that is not the latest plan. There is an updated plan that the president agreed to, and despite these efforts by the Iranian regime to try to spin negotiators, this will be incredibly consequential this weekend to see whether or not they are serious about creating a good faith deal.
Now, here's where it gets worse. They ran with a plan that wasn't even real. Not outdated, not misread, flat out not what they said it was. Can y'all turn the TV off? Yeah, flat out just said it was, and nobody checked. Why? Because, you know, it helped the narrative. That's it. If it fits the story, it got pushed. If it didn't, it would have been picked apart instantly. It's not journalism, man. If you ask me, that's more like preference, right?
Reportedly called her former boyfriend for help to escape the facility. But according to the New York Post, he declined the call, saying this, quote, "I don't want anything to do with her. She scares me. I was so afraid of her. She knows how to make herself seem like an angel, and you feel like the devil. She takes advantage of every man she knows." Now, another man, a Los Angeles hairdresser, said this about the situation. Thank God after hearing of her arrest by ICE. He said that's good. She's a stalker. In court filings, he said the woman subjected him to emotional abuse, harassment, and that she threatened to hurt herself. All of this highlighting a tale of two Irans. Ordinary Iranians facing crackdowns and execution. Reportedly called her former boyfriend for help to escape the facility. But according to the New York Post...
Oh, hold on, my fault. I muted me. Niece and grandniece of ex-boyfriend for help escaping Texas ISIS. Now this... Man, this is where, you know, it gets a little tingly, right? She's not trying to stand on anything. She's trying to get out, begging to escape, calling for help, panicking. Same system, same country. All that loud energy before, rather, is completely gone, huh? And that's the part that hits, right? Because it's easy to talk crazy until the consequences show up.
Women in Iran who get lashed, beaten, thrown acid in their faces, even killed for showing their hair. And then you've got relatives of Iran's power players here in the U.S. acting like the Kardashians. Yesterday, we told you about the niece and great-niece of slain General Qasem Soleimani flaunting their lavish life here on U.S. soil. Their visas are now getting revoked. Now we're learning about other relatives of other top Iranian leaders teaching American students here in our homeland. The New York Post reports that Isa Hashemi, Isa as in Jesus, the Arabic for Jesus, is the son of Iranian insider Masumeh Ebtekar, and he's living in L.A., allegedly teaching there. His mom, known as Screaming Mary, was a spokeswoman for the U.S. Embassy hostage crisis. We all remember that. Fox has reached out twice to him, but got no response, despite Isa's name still being on the website for the Chicago school. It's where he teaches. Meanwhile, Leila Khatami, the daughter of a former Iranian president, is a professor at Union College. And another Iranian leader's daughter was an assistant professor at Emory until that school terminated her. Katie Miller says that the president and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, are now looking to revoke visas for 3,000 to 4,000 Iranian elites in the U.S.
It's the hypocrisy of the regime. You know, their children and offsprings are flaunting their sometimes luxurious lives and a life against a comfortable, free society with economic opportunities, all the while that in Iran people are deprived of all of that.
And remember, Sandra, this isn't because they're just related to the Iranian leaders. Thousands of Iranians are here on asylum. It's not asylum, though, if you're going back and forth from U.S. and Iran without any fear from the regime.
Wow.
Sandra?
Aisha Hasni reporting live out of Washington for us. Thank you. John.
Elites
All right, Sandra, now to talk.
are in the U.S., huh? And it's not just her, right? Now you're seeing how many of them are here, living good, teaching, comfortable. While the people back home, not much so. It's not a glitch, if you ask me. It seems more like exposure.
Exactly, John. This is a prime example of the hypocrisy of the double standard of the Islamic regime. You know, if America is the great Satan, why do you send your offspring and loved ones here? A few years ago, Mahsa Amini, who was that young Persian woman who was detained by the regime's police, and she was beaten to death because a couple of strands of her hair were showing. And then yet you have the same regime officials' children here enjoying what we have in the U.S., our free dress code, our amazing academic institutions, our basic human rights that their counterparts back in Iran unfortunately can't enjoy. And what's really concerning to me, John, is that isn't this a national security threat when you have these regime affiliates coming into close contact with our laboratories, our research facilities here, our developing technologies? So I think the Secretary of State is doing a great job honing in on these people. But on the same token, I also want to mention there is a group of Iranian students who are here on visa who did everything right and love America, love American values, and they actually go on to become great contributors to our society.
So if America is so bad, why do they send all of their people here? Not to Russia, not to China, here. You don't even got to argue that. You just got to hear it.
You really think that Iran's government, their laws and their policies that come from the Ayatollah, which is a dictator who runs under Islamic rule, is more equally oppressive? Is it equal oppressive as Donald Trump? Yes. Okay. So is it illegal here in America to divorce your husband?
No, but it's incredibly difficult, and it's incredibly...
So it's not illegal. You won't be arrested for doing that, right?
No.
You would be arrested for that in Iran.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it illegal for you guys to walk around without your head covered?
No, but that's a different religious belief, as well as legal. And again, it's not the same kind of oppression.
Well, do you think it would be oppressive if Donald Trump came out and did an executive order demanding you guys to cover your hair in public?
Sure, it's not a religious belief that we share.
Okay.
But again...
But it would be oppressive, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 for 2 for Iran. Would you go to jail for leaving your house without your husband's permission here in America?
Sorry, come again?
Would you go to jail for leaving the house without your husband's permission here in America?
No, but again, it's a different kind of oppression.
Explain that.
Well, if you want to look at generally Donald Trump, his treatment of women is horrific. Anything in the Epstein files, there is just so much happening. All of the crimes that he has been accused of.
We're talking about laws and policies under these governments.
Yes, but laws and policies are not the only way to subject somebody to oppression.
Then you see this, and it explains everything. When people can't tell the difference between real oppression and political frustration, now everything sounds the same. And that's dangerous because now facts don't matter. And we know, man, with the left, only feelings do.
Donald Trump just caved, backing down from his fake deadline.
And now, if Donald Trump would have wiped them motherfuckers off the face of the earth, y'all would have been crying about humanity and the loss of life and how could he do this and no kings and all this other fucking bullshit. And instead, he granted them a little grace, gave them 2 more weeks. If they break that shit and we start doing the shit, is it going to be fake then, huh? Fake like your hair? Is it going to be fake then? It's always a loudmouth, obnoxious, no good for nothing, ain't did shit in their life except run their fucking mouth people that got something to say. President Trump is protecting Americans, and if you have a problem with Americans protecting Americans, but you don't have a problem with Iranians shouting death to Americans, you might be the fucking problem. You act like these people want to coincide with you. No, they want to live over you. They want to rule you. Luckily, you live in America so you can run your fucking mouth. This is the type of shit I hate. When liberals get on TV and talk about he caved, if he would have dropped bombs like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, y'all would be crying. Just get at him.
Yeah, and this is the part people are tired of. No matter what happens, the left, man, they're going to complain anyway. I'm telling you, like Trump said, he could get out a cure for cancer, and they still going to find a problem with it. Too aggressive, or he's too soft. It's too late, or too early. It don't matter. The conclusion was already decided.
Isn't it crazy that in 2026 we are watching live people cheering for the demise of our own country? For the thousands of men and women that served our country before us, that put their lives on the line, the people that didn't make it home for holidays, for dinners, for birthdays, the people that sat there on the front lines of wars that they didn't choose. They were forced to go out there and fight those wars for our country, for us to have the freedoms to be sitting on here on these fucking jerk-off apps and watch you people jump and dance for the demise of our own country. It's a slap in the face to all those men and women that died for this fucking flag. You scumbags don't know anything. You know nothing. You know nothing. When our brothers and sisters didn't make it fucking home, what were you doing? Playing PlayStation and flicking your fucking bean in your mother's basement. You fucking losers. Have some fucking respect for the people that put their lives on the line, you fucking losers. You're a bunch of losers. Jerk-offs. It's the fucking America. If you don't like it, get the fuck out. Get out. I'm tired. I'm tired. I have these fucking dog tags up here for what? You fucking losers. My brothers and sisters that didn't make it fucking home, what about them? You fucking losers. A bunch of fucking jerk-offs. Go move to fucking Palestine. Go move to fucking Israel. Go move to fucking Ukraine. Go. Go. Our country will be much better off without you. I promise. You motherfuckers that pray for the demise of our country and pray for the downfall of our president, you do not deserve to be fucking Americans. Get the fuck out.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet. That frustration, that's not random. That's people watching the same double standards over and over again. And at some point, you stop debating it all together.
And unlike Marjorie Taylor Greene or a bunch of people on the right, bloviating, talking out of both sides of their mouth, knowing that they're pushing for something that'll never happen, meaning invoking the 25th Amendment, that ain't gonna happen. As long as he's alive and breathing, Donald Trump's gonna be the president until the end of the year 2028. It's just a fact. The 25th Amendment will not be executed. Stop it. Just say what Stephen A. said. You got former Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene right there, 25th Amendment, not a single bomb has dropped on America. We cannot kill an entire civilization. This is evil and madness. Yeah. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. This is not foreign policy. It's a deranged madman threatening to wipe out an entire country. It's past time. The 25th Amendment must be invoked. Stop it. All you're showing is how useless you are. To invoke the 25th Amendment, you're going to have to get the vice president to sign off, the Republicans in the House to sign off, cabinet members to sign off, basically declaring him unfit. It's something the president is fully capable of fighting by saying he's not unfit. And as a result, it's a reason why it's never been exercised in American history. Stop it.
Stop it. And this right here, this is the reality check. All that dramatic talk, all that remove him energy, it's not happening. Never was. It was just noise. So now, just sit with this for a second. Strip away the noise, strip away the headlines, strip away who you like and who you don't like. You saw a position that was once normal suddenly become unacceptable overnight. You saw information get pushed, not because it was right, but because it fit. You saw people connected to this country or connected to a system that hates this country run to the same country the second things get too real. And you saw how fast confidence turns into panic when consequences show up. That's not politics, y'all. I'm telling you, it's exposure, because when something is real, it doesn't change depending on who says it. You know, when something is true, it doesn't need help from half-checked stories. And when people actually believe what they're saying, their actions don't contradict it the moment pressure hits. So the real question isn't what side you're on, man. The real question is, are you reacting to what's being said? Or are you actually watching what's being revealed? Because those are two completely different things. And once you start paying attention to what's being revealed, you don't argue the same anymore. You don't react the same anymore. You don't fall for the same setups anymore. You just see it. And once you see it like that, man, it's hard to go back. So if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to write, I see it. I think we put that in a video before. It don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all be safe. Go check out somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.